Imagine, you're 17 years old. You just got the hard copy of your license in the mail. You're so excited and your parents are so excited. You make the phone call to everybody in your phone to let them know. Your parents lay down the rules right away. They tell you that you have to be careful, wear your seatbelt, drive safely. Most important, they tell you that when you are driving, you have to be aware of the road. Keep your eyes on the road. Do not have any distractions. You abide by these rules for the first few months, but then you start to get a little bit too comfortable with driving. One day you're driving with some friends, and your mom sends you a message. You pick up your phone and use facial recognition to unlock it because that's what's easiest and fastest. You quickly open the messages and put your eyes back on the road. You type out a whole message and then you begin swerving into the lane of oncoming traffic. In those 5 seconds, you do not realize that your life was going to change. Not just your life, but those around you. You do not realize that you are going to wake up in a hospital bed, bruised up or worse. You do not realize that the family next to you was the one you hurt. A family that was on their way to vacation. A family with 2 little kids who are now unconscious and a mother who you just killed. Here's a short video to show you what that might look like.
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
We're all told that texting and driving is bad, but do you still do it? Statistics show that there are many dangers and consequences to texting and driving, but there are also ways it can be prevented. First of all, this is a big problem in our world. It is a global epidemic, in fact, that we need to get our hands on, or off in this case, and it's called distracted driving. It includes things like eating, putting on makeup, texting, being on the phone, messing with the stereo, or even using a GPS system. How does it affect you and me? 20 years ago, our parents didn't have this issue. They did not have cell phones. The problem then, and as it is today, was alcohol. Now we've complicated things more by adding cell phones. According to an article titled Texting and Driving Statistics, roughly 660,000 people attempt to use their phone behind the wheel at any given time during the day. In the same article, it states that 1 in every 4 accidents in the United States result from texting and driving. And the National Safety Council reports that cell phone use while driving leads to 1.6 million crashes each year. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration recorded the deaths from 2010 and 2019. And as you can see, about 3,000 people die each year from distracted drivers. Out of all of these deaths, they could all have been prevented. The CDC classifies each distraction into 3 categories: visually, manually, and cognitively. Visually, your eyes are off the road. Manually, your hands are off the wheel. According to Geico's How to Properly Hold a Steering Wheel, both of the driver's hands should be on the wheel at all times at 10 and 2. And cognitively, your brain is no longer focusing on driving. There are many preventative measures that can lessen the need to pick up your device and use it. 1, there are apps that monitor you when you're driving that will turn your phone on to Do Not Disturb so that you don't get notifications when you're on the road. As a parent, it is important that you lead by example. You can't expect your teen to follow driving laws if you're not following driving laws. Let them see you put your phone away while you're driving. Having self-control is also important. If you know that you shouldn't take that risk, don't. If you absolutely cannot wait to reply until you reach your destination, pull over. With distracted driving, it is better to be safe than sorry. But most importantly, the best way to prevent texting and driving is to completely shut it off. Out of sight, out of mind. If you're attempting to check your phone while it is ringing or vibrating, repress this urge by turning the volume and vibration off. You cannot be tempted by something you don't hear. For every 5 seconds that you take to look at your phone, to read a message, or answer a phone call, that's the equivalent of a 0.08 alcohol level, which is legally drunk. 48 states have made texting and driving illegal. In Tennessee, the cost for a first offense texting and driving citation can be up to $50. I know it's not much, but I don't know about you, but I definitely could spend that money elsewhere rather than supporting local government for something that could be 100% prevented. In conclusion, despite there being rules in place to prevent the use of phones while driving, many people still flaunt the laws and take calls. But much worse than that, people will still send messages while driving. It may seem like a harmless 5-second task to read and reply to a message while driving, but in 5 seconds, that is enough time to cause a fatal accident. There are several ways that you can be the change America needs to see in drivers and on the road. So don't just be aware of the problem. Take a look in the mirror and be the change. It's up to you. And it's literally a life or death situation.